Hi, this is Aken, and welcome back to my channel. Um, well, I know that it's a little late, but we didn't have all the information at the time about the incident at the parade for the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, they won the Super Bowl on the weekend to a lot of big fanfare, and they had a nice big parade until couple of clowns decided they have a beef and settle it with shooting people. You know, they were shooting indiscriminately all over the place. 21 people had been shot. I think one or two of them have been caught by Good Samaritans. Um, Unfortunately, one of them, the people that shot, was a radio DJ from the area. She passed away. She leaves two kids behind. Um, Basically, it just wasn't an act of terrorism. It's just a bunch of clowns were complaining about some beef, and for whatever reason, they decided to shoot it out among themselves in this crowd. You know, you had thousands and thousands of people, and they had to run for dear life trying to avoid getting hit with bullets. But unfortunately, a lot of people got hit. A lot of kids got hit with the bullets too, not just adults. Um, you know, I'm sure they were taken to a lot of local area hospitals. You know, this messed up a pretty good weekend for Kansas City. You know, their team could be a dynasty like the San Francisco 49ers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know, they won four titles and they're like a dynasty. Oh, the Cowboys are like that too, as well as the 49ers. This could be the next dynasty. And, you know, everybody was having a good time. You know, Taylor's boyfriend was on stage. Yeah, he was a little drunk, but, you know, he was having a good time. Everyone was having a good time. Everything was great, despite the fact that, you know, the shooting and so on. But it was it was okay until this happened. And this time it wasn't no AR-15, they were handguns. So they were shooting a lot of bullets. So it's not just AR-15, you know. Any type of gun they can get their hands on and they can sneak it in, because you don't need a huge coat to hide a small pistol. So, or handgun as they call it. So once again, you have a situation where the almost said the Steelers. Um, the Kansas City Chiefs win the Super Bowl. They think it's two in a row, and they celebrating with a big parade downtown. Everything was fine until these kids started acting up, and they didn't like whatever it was, and they started shooting each other, then indiscriminately into the crowd, injuring 21 people, and one of the persons has passed away. You know, she leaves two kids behind. I don't know if she was married or not, so I don't know that part of the situation. I think they were apprehended, but you know, it caused a mass panic, which would have been otherwise a normal day. You know, for a parade. You know, your team wins the Super Bowl is a big deal, and then somebody has to screw it up for them. Well, we almost came to a situation like that in New York. It wasn't bullets that were flying that almost messed up a parade. Um, it was 1986. The Mets won the World Series. They were having their parade in front of Queens City Hall, Borough Hall, whatever they call it. This was a long time before they had that red subway car in the area. Um, as they were celebrating, they were having problems with the Queens Boulevard line underground, some kind of electrical problem or fire or whatever it was, and trains had to run on signal tracking into the tubes They almost had a collision between two trains. They said that had happened, the Mets would have lost their headline for the next day because that was going to be published in the paper the next day about the big Mets parade that they won the World Series in '86. They almost lost it because of that train incident. So funny thing how things turn out in sports, huh? Uh, well, my condolences to the DJ that died and her family, friends, and I hope everybody will be okay. And for the people doing the shooting, go right in hell. So this is Al Ken saying so long for now. Don't forget your stop.